I probably would have given her to him for a night or a week, or to keep if the offer was good enough.
So his wife can be bought.
He didn't like the which is another. But it's he is a dick for that. But
I know.
Whoa,
I know.
Very loud.
Sorry.
So
I can see the bigger picture where you're coming from.
Yeah.
I can.
Jeez, I think my earlobes have exploded.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Yeah. So his respect for women was also, well, clearly no respect for anyone, let alone women. But yeah, it's weird that he wasn't pissed off that another guy liked his wife. He just was angry that someone went about it the way he didn't like.
Yeah, so it was like kind of going behind your back sort of thing.
Yeah. Well, come to my face and buy my wife like a real man. So stupid. So stupid. As it was, unfortunately, he shot Horace in the woods and stole $200 from his corpse before leaving him in a shallow grave. So again, this was more like, it wasn't the urge taking over, it was just someone who cheesed him off. And, just wanted to get rid. By December 1974, Donald was a grandfather, settled into a routine that suited him and satisfied his needs.
Okay.
That Christmas season, he recalled, was the happiest and peacefulest time I can remember. Not too sure if peacefulest is a word, but that's a quote-unquote there.
Is that legit a quote?
Yeah, the happiest and peacefulest time I can remember. It
would have been most peaceful.
Yeah, probably, yeah. Pee-wee didn't know it yet, but he was running out of time. His pace of random murders on the Carolina coast remained about the same around this point, although he started January with a threesome, including a man and 2 women. And this wasn't the good kind of threesome. Donald described them as hippie types from Oregon, whose van had broken down near Georgetown. He offered them a lift to the nearest garage, and then detoured to a nearby swamp and handcuffed his captives at gunpoint. Of course, you can imagine what happened next.
Yeah.
Now, with this one in particular, Donald made a crucial mistake when he recruited ex-con Walter Neely to help him dispose of the van. Walter drove the vehicle to Pee-wee's garage, where Donald customized it and repainted it for sale out of state. So he was getting rid of the fucking hearse, thank fuck. It is a bit inconspicuous. No, it's a bit conspicuous, right? It's a bit on the nose.
I was going to say it's on your nose.
Bit on the frickin' nose. The drive made Walter an accessory after the fact, and Donald trusted his simple-minded helper to keep the secret. Before the year's end, though, Alan, he would regret that choice.
Okay.
Pee-wee's first quote-unquote serious murder of the year, so obviously not actual just serious, but one that involved planning, involved a contract to kill a chap named Silas Yates. Silas was a wealthy Florence County farmer, and Donald had accepted a $1,500 payment for the job on behalf of 27-year-old Suzanne Kipper. Suzanne wasn't too happy with Silas Yates, as he'd previously taken back a car, 2 horses, and other gifts he had given her while they were romantically involved. So she put out a hit on this guy, essentially.
Can I ask a question? How would she know to come to him?
I don't know. Maybe word around town. Who's that creepy fuck who drives that car that says dead or alive?
Oh, yeah.
But I think, actually, no. If my memory serves me correct, I think we might link to that. I think there's someone she knows who he knows.
Okay.
From prison, I think. I think she knows someone he knows from prison.
Right, okay.
But we'll get to that. We'll get to that. 2 go-betweeners on that particular contract. One was called John Powell and the one was called John Owens. They handled the negotiations between Donald and Suzanne Kipper. So they were the go-betweens in 2. For the job, Donald recruited Diane Neely, who was Walter's ex-wife.
Okay.
Her job was to lure Silas Yates from his home. So both Walter and his ex-wife are involved now in these murders and know the deal.
Right, okay.
On the night of February 12th, 1975, Diane Neely claimed her car had broken down and managed to get Silas to walk with her to obviously try and get some help. Pee-wee waited in the darkness all the time, eventually leaping out and abducting Silas at gunpoint before driving him to the woods.
Oh, okay.
The two go-betweeners, Powell and Owens, watched Pee-wee knife Silas to death. The two then helped Donald bury the corpse. So obviously the two go-betweens were there to make sure the job got done. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Suzanne Kipper subsequently... This is really bad, because that's someone's good intentions. Now, someone had a really good intention there to help a lady whose car broke down, and then he gets fucking done over like that for the sake of $1,500.
Yeah, it's not good.
Is that really
the
price of a life? $1,500? Fuck. Desperation. It's a broken heart. That's what a broken heart can do. By the way, my voice sounds extra sexy today. It's because my voice is going. I do apologise.
I think I would give you a cold, to be fair.
No, I think it's the spin class I went to before doing this podcast, where I think I've copious amounts of acid reflux has severed my larynx. So I think my throat is about to fall out through my anus.
Oh my God.
It's possible. It can happen. Google it. I don't know. I'm making that up.
Probably, yeah.
Suzanne Kipper, she subsequently married Owens, one of the go-betweeners, while Pee-wee used his knowledge of the murder to blackmail her for sex on demand. But Donald wasn't the only one, Alan, who'd take advantage of that particular situation. The contract came back to haunt Donald when Diane Neely moved in with Avery Howard, a 35-year-old ex-convict whom Donald knew from state prison.
Right, okay.
She told Howard about the murder, and together they approached Donald with a demand for $5,000 hush money. So the money he got for killing Silas, it's like triple that, right? It's like triple that he now has to pay. Which is good. Fuck you.
I don't feel sorry for him.
No, geez Louise, I don't feel sorry for him. Donald agreed to meet them in the woods outside Prospect and bring the cash. But when the blackmailers arrived, they found Donald stood next to an open grave.
Okay.
They found Donald... Sorry, I don't know if you heard that. It was an open grave. My voice went really weird at the end. He was stood with a pistol in his hand as well.
Right, okay.
Two shots and a bit of spade work later, and Pee-wee's problem was solved.
Oh, fuck.
So he got away... He seemingly, at that point, got away with that one.
Yeah.
A lady called Kim Gaskins was the next to die. She, again, was super young. Just a 13-year-old friend of Donald who apparently angered him by rejecting his sexual advances. Which, of course...
13 years old.
13.
13, yeah.
13. I thought you said 17. Yeah, 13.
A friend. Sorry, I just...
Like an acquaintance.
Yeah.
Maybe like, like you have family, friends, things like that.
Yeah,
People in the neighbourhood.
Okay.
It's a different time as well, this Alan, because people are a lot more friendly, and I guess people are a lot more trusting, maybe?
Yeah.
Maybe?
I'll give you that, yeah.
Pee-wee obviously reacted to her rejecting his advances by... I won't go into it again too much, but very similar to the other young girls. Same thing.
Right, okay.
Same fucking thing again.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Fucking poor girl. At this point, a name from his past seemingly comes back to haunt him. Diane Neely. Her brother, 25-year-old Dennis Bellamy, teamed up with his 15-year-old half-brother Johnny Knight to loot Pee-wee's chop shop that particular summer. Unfortunately for them, the only thing they'd come away with was a death sentence.
Oh, fuck.
Donald took his friend Walter Neely, Diane's ex-husband, along to help bury the pair in his private cemetery, taking time to point out the surrounding graves of Johnny Sellers, Jesse, Judy, and Avery Howard. So he likes to show off his little collection of
Sick
corpses.
fuck.
Yeah. Now you might be thinking, why did Donald take Walter? Why was he trusting him? It's still unknown why he trusted Walter. Apparently Walter did seem a little bit dim. So maybe he just thought he's too dim to do anything.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. There's also reports that Walter was kind of like his little lapdog. Like, he acted like his little lapdog.
Like the henchman.
Yeah, like a little sidekick, maybe. A little sidekick.
Like Smee to Hook.
Yes, like Smee to Hook. Yeah, exactly like Smee to Hook. By October 1975, Kim Gaskins' parents, Kim being the 13-year-old, obviously, who wasn't killed not long after Diane. Well, her folks knew enough of her movements at that particular point in time to suspect Donald of the murder. A deputy sheriff searched Pee-wee's home and found some of Kim's clothes in his closet, afterwards securing statements that she was often seen in his company. The evidence wasn't enough, though, to support a murder charge, unfortunately, but Donald was indicted for contributing to the delinquency of a minor. But this was just the calm before the storm. And Donald's luck, Alan, was about to run out. Any questions so far?
No, it's actually really interesting, this one. I like this one.
I like this one. It's the next one. Well, I like it. I like it. I like it because I know what happened. I like it. I like it. On November 14th, 1975, Donald returned home to find police staking out around his house. Donald did manage to dodge them at that particular point and made his way to the local bus station, planning on returning to Georgia, where he just came from. Okay. But officers did manage to nab him before he could leave. Without the money for bail, Donald sat in jail for 3 weeks before the storm finally broke. See Alan, Walter Neely, the little dim boy who Donald decided he could trust. Yes, me. Well, Walter had crumbled like a very stale cookie. It crumbled. Walter had recently visited the local minister for confession, and off the back of that particular meeting, headed straight to the police station. So he obviously went, spoke to priest, minister. Minister's like, mate, you're not going to get up in them pearly gates. You're killing people. You need to fucking repent, do the right thing.
So he went to the police.
Say 10 Hail Marys, go grass in your meat, admit what you've done, then you'll get into heaven. Doesn't matter if you murder them, just repent it afterwards.
Fuck's sake.
That's what happens, right, with Christianity? Kill everyone you want, just repent.
Oh my god.
That's the fucking way it goes, man.
I really don't know.
As someone who was brought up Catholic, that's the fucking way. I'm not saying it's right. I'm actually saying it's wrong. I'm taking the mick. It's wrong. I was going to say asexual. I'm not asexual. Atheist. Agnostic, I guess, is the word. I'm open-minded to the belief of a power or a being more than ourselves, but I'm yet to be given proof. I want proof.
Okay. I'll really the same as you, actually, then.
I want proof. Obviously, Walter goes to the police station, tells him the whole shebang. He led authorities to Pee-wee's graveyard, which Pee-wee had been so happy to show off previously, where over the course of about 2 weeks, the police slowly uncovered body after body after body.
Fuck.
Donald initially claimed innocence. Don't know how you thought you were going to. But deep down, he knew he was going to get found out.
Yeah.
He thought. In his own words, Donald said, "The coroner had the bodies, Jesus had Walter, and the law had me." So he sort of knew his game was up, but he was trying. Yeah. He was trying as much as he could to put up a fight.
Yeah.
Following a Florence County coroner's inquest on April 27th, 1976, Donald and Walter were each charged with 8 counts of first-degree murder. Donald was tried separately for the Bellamy case, since the bullets from that particular victim's body matched the pistol that Donald had been carrying during an arrest in December 1975. So some of them, they were able to link Donald and Walter together.
Yeah.
Bada bing, bada boom. Some of them, they were like, okay, the evidence only shows we can probably just get Donald with this.
Yeah.
So just went with him. All along, Donald continued to claim he was innocent throughout the entire trial, even blaming Walter for even more of the murders. But it was in vain.
If there's evidence there to prove that it was at least both of them, why even
he was just trying his luck. He's just being cheeky chap.
I guess though it does like delay trials and stuff like that, doesn't it?
Yes, and it's something that he sort of does a fair bit of doing that sort of thing. Okay. I've cut it down to just the bare necessities of this particular trial, but there is, because I don't know if it lends well to a podcast, me talking about the judge doing this and this, doing this and that. I don't know. I've put a little bit in because a bit of that is bit interesting.
Yeah.
But not the whole thing. But yeah, he just try and delay it as much as he freaking can. On May 27th, Judge Dan McKeaton